Hey everybody, Michael Snyder here, California Weather Watch. Today is March 15th, and right now we are looking at the combination of Doppler radars here, and you can see this storm finally moving out of the state of California here. Hopefully it brought some measurable precipitation out towards the Lake Mead area as well. Some thunderstorms off, including some of the deserts, are possible today, but for the most part, this system is out of the state of California here. And yeah, we're going to have a few days break here before we start to bring in some more potential systems. But looking at the infrared satellite imagery here, I went hour loops here, and you can see that just monster low pressure that went through the Bay Area. 77 mile per hour gusts at San Francisco. It's the highest gust I could ever find for the airport there. Just a classic mid-latitude cyclone, a very strong one that struck California here with that trailing atmospheric river. So anyway, we're going to get a few days break here, but it looks like we're going to return to an active pattern as we go through next week. We'll take a look at some of those details here in a moment. This is already up for the National Weather Service, Sacramento, as of yesterday, talking about that Monday, Tuesday, heavy mountain snow possible again. At least the snow levels aren't up towards 8,000 feet again this time, but you can see we're going to get active again next week here. And this is a reminder here. I know there's a lot of tree damage out there and a lot of general damage from that windstorm yesterday, especially out towards Central California and some other areas of higher terrain. So watch out, stay away from those down power lines. They could be entangled in trees. You might not be able to see them immediately. So just have a heads up for that if you're cleaning up storm debris. This is March 14th, daily record rainfall totals broken here. You can see Los Angeles, almost 2 inches exactly there. Downtown, 1.89. Santa Barbara, nice rainfall amounts there. Long Beach as well. And you can see the previous record year off to the right there. This is the day one excessive rainfall outlook. Finally, it's gone from the state of California here. It exists for portions of Arizona there and clipping some Nevada and Utah as well. But for the most part, we're going to get a few days break here across the state coming up. This is the thunderstorm chance here, and there's a very slight chance for some wind or hail reaching severe standards there. Now looking at this, 24-hour precipitation in inches, the NAM 3KM. You can see maybe a little bit of rainfall out there, some beneficial stuff towards Lake Mead and whatnot, but Arizona getting a bit of rainfall today here as well. Hopefully this is good for the Colorado River Basin as this storm moves through the area here. But then you can see kind of nothing going on across California here, at least for a few days. Now taking a look at a wider view of things, there's Washington, California, Hawaiian Islands are there. We put this into motion, you'll see that trough across the Gulf of Alaska here. And keep going on in through this weekend here, and you can see this trough start to move towards the west coast of North America here. This has potential for bringing some more strong systems into the state of California. Right now, it doesn't look like the extreme warmth and the extreme southwest flow here. Not a very warm atmospheric river, but it still could be an atmospheric river. It still could bring some problems here and potential to bring some heavy mountain snows here as well. And there'll be multiple rounds of precipitation coming possibly as well. As you can see, this trough reinforces itself as we go on through the extended period there. And look at this really chilly trough drop down out of the north as we go towards the end of March there. So looks like it could remain active here, folks. As you can see, the GFS is kind of pouring it on through the end portion of March shown there. Here we're looking at the GFS. This is what it would look like in the surface pressure map. Here goes our break. Weak system falls apart as it reaches the coastline here. We're good through Sunday. Just a weak system for the most part. Maybe some mountain snow as you go through Sunday. But then the stronger systems start to arrive. This is a fairly robust storm here as a 997 millibar low slams into the Northern California coastline, bringing some widespread precipitation, heavy mountain snows with another storm on its heels as you go through Tuesday into Wednesday. So we'll watch these systems one by one over the next few days and try to break it down and get some model consistency in this. But you see that trough kind of dropping down off the coast of California, going through Monday into Tuesday the following week. You know, it looks like it's going to remain active here, folks. So hopefully this is more of a snowmaker versus the flood maker coming up here. But we're kind of kicking the can down the road here as we continue to have huge snow water equivalent totals across some of the higher elevation here. That's going to want to come down here. You know, as you get towards April, things are going to want to warm up, and we're going to be dealing with flooding. And hopefully we just don't bring in those sinister, very warm southwest atmospheric rivers here at some point on in through the rest of the month. But yeah, I mean, we're dealing with a lot of damage out there right now as well. I know some levees are on the verge of failing. I know some have failed. People are kind of storm weary here. So it's a good thing we're getting these few days off, but you need to keep your guard up because we are going to remain active here through the end of the month. This is total precipitation. Let's put this into motion here. And you can see we're kind of shielded here for the next few days and on in through the weekend. But as you can imagine, once we get out through the extended, there goes that first weaker system there. Then we start to bring stronger storms into the area here. So we're going to watch these one by one as we go. And then we remain active with the troughing off the coast of North America. Some huge amounts showing up here. Look at the water equivalent up over a foot for some of the Sierra Nevada here as we go towards the end of the month. So we'll watch that closely, and we'll break down these systems one by one as we go. This is total snow here. Let's just cruise through this really quickly here. It's just kind of a fantasy look at what potentially could be coming here. But yeah, you can see the big amounts and maybe some snowfall all the way down through Southern California also. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook here, March 14th. You can see the bullseye here right on California, including the Bay Area there as you go through March 24th. This is a 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, below average, bullseye on California as well as much of the west coast of North America here. This is the risk of heavy precipitation, includes the entire state basically, and there's some high there as we go on into the March 22nd time frame. We'll see how that trends. This is risk of heavy snow. Sierra Nevada clearly bullseyed here as we go through the March 22nd time frame as well. This is a risk of high winds with those strong pressure systems moving through the area there. Could have some powerful gradients again across the state as we go on in through next week. So anyway, yeah, one more look at that infrared satellite imagery, that almost the perfect cyclone to move across California there, an atmospheric river associated with it. And again, that 77 mile per hour gust at that San Francisco, 67 knots. Very impressive out there. What a storm and what a winter for California. So keep your guard up. We're going to get active again through next week. Hopefully it's not the very warm southwest flow here. It doesn't look like it is initially, and it looks like a cold trough is going to set up shop towards the end of the month here. So we're probably going to be building up snowpack across the Sierra Nevada. We're already setting records, all-time records here across the Sierra Nevada. And we're probably going to continue to build upon that through the end of the month. So anyway, we'll watch this day by day. We'll break these systems down. We'll get some model agreement as we go into the future, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.